My name's Billy Wilgar. I own a company called AC Wilgar Limited. They're based in Orpington. They're a domestic heating and plumbing business which was established in 1984. Originally just me as the sole employee, and then we sort of grew and evolved, and we now have 36/37 employees. So before working with Nichols Co, we had a small independent accountant who, without being disrespectful, was prepared to cut corners and do things almost on the cheap, which seemed like a good idea at the time. But as the business grew and I realized that on the cheap wasn't always the best way forward, we moved forward, went through several different companies, and eventually selected Steve. We've been working with Nichols since 1990/91, long time, over 30 years. There's loads of different types of accountants out there, and without being disrespectful, Steve is an accountant, straight, by the book, no corner cutting, says it as it is, tells you what it's going to cost, and you get value for money. It might not be cheap, but it's definitely value for money. Cheap is not always the way forward. I've always found Nichols Co very easy to work with. They answer the phone, even that sometimes today is an advantage, so it's not all done online. If I need something done, which isn't often, but occasionally we need something done urgently. We actually had an issue about a year ago, and it was an urgent issue. They jumped on that night, and it was a Thursday or Friday night, but I was panicked a little bit. We had a new accounts clerk at work. I phoned Steve directly, he answered immediately, and they got a guy, I think it was Jonathan, who jumped on it that night and fixed it. And more importantly, Steve phoned me back late that night and put my mind at rest. So yeah, what more could I ask for? So they're reliable. They've always been there when I need them. They get it done right first time, and I've never had to go back and ask them to do anything twice. If I was to recommend anyone, which I have done, to use Nichols Co, I would tell them if they want it done right, no corner cutting, and they want the revenue to be happy and everything done by the book, go and speak to Steve.